Hello and welcome. I'm Jon Garlick, and I'm here with Sergeant Caleb Burt, and this is Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Caleb, how are you?
I'm well, John. How are you?
I'm very well. You know, you're a new sergeant.
Brand new.
Congratulations. But you're not new to the sheriff's office, nor are you new to law enforcement. You've been around for ages and ages. You're an old
like
hand.
Ages. Feels like ages,
And
yes.
I'm really, really proud of you to become a sergeant at the sheriff's office.
I appreciate that,
It's a great
John.
job, and you're a great guy to do it. And speaking of a great job, the sheriff's office has arrested some folks last week. Let's take a look at the count. Look at that. How many we get?
We got 4 last week, and that is thanks to the citizens who call in and let us know on the Crime Stoppers line when they see these individuals. So we really couldn't do it without these people.
We couldn't. 4,862 people arrested since this show began some years ago.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Almost 20, I think. I don't know. But a good long time ago, thanks to the citizens of Calhoun County and giving us a call so that we can bring these people to justice. Now, talking about bringing people to justice requires you to have deputies, right?
It does.
So the sheriff has started a new campaign for new hires.
Yes, he has. You know, just like we need the citizens of Calhoun County to call in and give us these tips, you know, we also need deputies to follow up on those tips. And deputies are hard to come by.
Yes.
You know, especially right now. So here recently, though, the sheriff has implemented sign-on bonuses for new hires. Now, you have to fulfill conditions, but you have a $2,500 sign-on bonus for certified officers, and we have bonuses for those who refer them.
Outstanding. So come work at the sheriff's office, $2,500 sign-on bonus, and you get the best job in the world serving your community. But we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back with the first half of our lineup and a really special guest here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Scammers are now taking advantage of people's increased economic anxiety. One of the latest ploys is to phone unsuspecting victims and pose as representatives of utility companies. A scammer may identify themselves as your local power company. They may be able to identify your account number and even your name and address, but that does not mean they are legitimate. They may claim you are past due and your services are about to be shut off. Do not let the implied seriousness of this call frighten you into making a quick decision to pay. Instead, hang up the phone, then contact your local utility company directly using the phone number listed on your bill or on their website. Speak with a representative to check on your account. Never give your banking information over the phone unless you have placed the call yourself to a phone number that you know is correct. Utility companies do not demand your banking information by email or phone. They will not force you to pay over the phone as your only option. Any reputable company will never request payment by gift card, reloadable cash card, wiring money, or cryptocurrency. Some of the requested cards could be MoneyPack, Vanilla, Google, eBay, Amazon, or even an iTunes card. But you should know that there are still many more variety of cards the scammer could suggest that you use. If they ask for payment in any form of these cards, it is a scam. For more information, you can go to ftc.gov or call me, Nancy Hilton, at the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up in our lineup this week, Bradley Fincher. Mr. Fincher, last known to be living in Mumford, he's wanted on probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. And this is Michael Wallace. Mr. Wallace, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted on a probation violation for theft of property second. And take a look at Barbara Patterson. Miss Patterson, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for failure to appear on possession of a controlled substance and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And take a look at Sege Abera, or Sege Abera. Mr. Abera, last known to be living in Russellville, he's wanted on a probation violation for having a pistol without a permit. And meet Autumn Rollins. Miss Rollins, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for failure to appear on resisting arrest. And this is Antoine Reed. Mr. Reed, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted on failure to appear for possession of marijuana second and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show. Welcome back. We hope you saw somebody in that lineup that you know or know where they are. And if you do, give that Crime Stoppers number a call or call Sergeant Caleb Burt directly. You call, he hauls. We have a really special guest today, very special guest, Sharon Osborne. Now, not that Sharon Osborne, but this Sharon Osborne. Hey, how are you?
Great, and yourself?
Now, I'm well. Now, you have many, many, many hats.
I do have a lot of hats.
And you work as a career. Now, tell us what you do for a living.
I'm an HR manager. I've been in HR for over 20 years.
Human resources is a
Yes.
very disciplined and specialty in the corporate world. And you work
Yes.
for Fitco, is that
I
right?
work for Fitco, and everyone is always hiring.
Oh, yes, we're always hiring. Now, you also are very big into community service.
So I love community service. I'm the president-elect of SHRM, and SHRM is the Society of Human Resources Management. And I've just been appointed to the board of the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited about that.
Yes,
as
that's
well.
where we met in the parking lot having coffee.
Oh, the best coffee ever. I don't know if I should give a shameless plug to that company,
Oh,
but
of
it
course
was
we can.
great. It was great coffee.
Yeah, great coffee. And the chamber, of course, has lots of different events on. And if you're a chamber
Always.
member, there's once a month coffee at the chamber,
Yes.
which is
and,
turned into coffee in the parking lot at the chamber.
and they have a new thing that I'm really excited about. They're working with JSU, and with their relationship with JSU, they're offering classes to everyone in the community for very low rates. Like right now, I'm taking a web design class, and it only costs $96 for a 6-week web design class, and they have a lot of other classes that they're offering as well. It's a partnership between JSU and the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm taking advantage of it, because where else can you learn something for $96?
That's correct. And, I think the sheriff's office has that same deal for sheriff's office employees.
Yes.
If you want to get discounted at JSU.
Now, we have a discount at JSU and also with Faulkner University.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So Faulkner's an online university.
Yes.
Very good.
Well, all chamber members though get a 20% off if you have associates working for you and you're a member of the chamber. You get 20% off of your tuition at JSU.
You see, I'm just, private practitioner, licensed counselor. I have me.
Right.
Which
so
is what I want, because I spent too many years managing this guy.
right.
When I was at the sheriff's office. And
I'm hearing that I was a headache.
I had longer hair and I was 6'2" before you came along.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's a migraine.
That's a massive headache.
Sharon, tell us about SHRM and what you guys have been doing, because it's a very exciting organization.
It is, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So SHRM again stands for Society of Human Resource Managers, and some of the great meetings that we've had lately, Dr. Bohannon came aboard, and he gave us a lot of updates regarding COVID. Before then, Sierra Bledsoe came aboard, and she is the president-elect of the Montgomery branch of SHRM, and she gave us a lot of demographic information. For instance, how much employers definitely should be paying for a cost of living. I think the average apartment here in Anniston was about $700. So she was indicating if you're paying under 14, you probably need to look at what you're doing to make sure you're in competition so that people can have a living wage.
So
she gave us a lot
$700
of.
a month for an apartment. Is
Was
that
the
like a
average.
one-bedroom apartment, or is that
I
just
don't
the average
remember.
apartments?
That was the average. She did not give. She probably did. I just don't remember what that number was.
So cost of living, what do you have a handle on what cost of living increases people should expect from their employers then?
So what we do is what Calhoun County actually does is they'll send out a salary survey to certain employers. I don't know if it was Calhoun County or the state, because I work with the state agencies as well, but they'll send out a survey to employers. I got it when I first started working, so maybe once every 3 years. And once you give that information, it'll benchmark what the county pretty much is paying, and then with that, of course, what employers can afford to give, matching and attempting to stay competitive in this very competitive market. According to the report that Sierra gave us a few weeks ago, there are about 4,000 people that are still receiving unemployment benefits within our county, and I'm sure that there's probably more than 4,000 openings with all of the companies looking to do whatever they can to get associates.
Well, we have,
in.
you know, our unemployment rate, which measures the amount of people that are eligible to work,
Right,
that aren't working,
right,
and that's probably still around 6% nationwide. And then there's that huge number of people that could work,
right.
but that aren't working. They're not
Right.
even getting unemployment, but they just choose not to work. That's about 33% nationwide of
Wow.
our working age 16 up to 60 or 65. 33% of the population in the United States is not working and could.
Wow.
But they're not getting unemployment. They may be a little bit on disability, or they're just choosing not to work. That's a lot of unemployed people. That's a lot of people that could be working. Well, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we're going to talk more about those numbers and more about SHRM
Okay.
and more about you.
Okay, good.
And stay with us here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Darrell Pickett. Mr. Pickett, last known to be living in Lineville. He's wanted on probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. And this is John Ledford. Mr. Ledford, last known to be living in Talladega. He's wanted for violation of a domestic violence protection order. And meet Adam Ajakal. Mr. Ajakal, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for assault second and criminal mischief second. And this is Johnny Cole. Mr. Cole, last known to be living in Cedartown, Georgia. He's wanted for failure to appear on attempted theft third. And we'd like you to meet Arnold Green. Mr. Green, last known to be living in Talladega. He's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of justice by using a false ID. Take a look at Thomas Hope. Mr. Hope, last known to be living in Oaks Bluff. He's wanted for failure to appear on domestic violence third assault. And this is Dalton DeBose. Mr. DeBose, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you have any information on these folks, and we hope you do, give our Crime Stoppers number a call. That number, 1-833-251-7867. Welcome back. We hope you saw somebody in that half of the lineup. You know where they are. And again, call our Crime Stoppers or Sergeant Caleb Burt. You call he hauls if he has coffee in him. Sharon, it's really great to have you here. And we're talking about SHRM and human resources and all kinds of interesting numbers. So when we went to break, we were talking about the vast amount of unemployed people that there are in the United States that there aren't even on the unemployment number. 33% of working age people are not working. And employers are having a really hard time.
We need them, everyone.
I think I read somewhere around 4 to 6 million jobs around the United States need to be filled. And law enforcement's no different. We're having a huge shortage of law enforcement and getting the right skill sets in there. So how does SHRM help employers tie into employees?
So one of the things that we do is it's a great way to network, and you find out what other companies are doing that you possibly are not. Or you're able to find out about a lot of the job fairs that are around. For instance, I was at the local state employment office here lately doing a job fair, and before I was getting ready to leave, I heard about a job fair in Heflin that we were able to sign up for and hopefully be able to employ some of those associates. Before then, there was also a job fair. The depot is closing, so we were able to get on to that job fair, and that was a wonderful turnout. And we were able to make. I know that we were able to make a few offers from that job fair.
So you said the depot is closing.
Is that the?
Which depot? You're talking about the Anniston Army depot?
Yes.
They're downsizing. Are they
downsizing?
They shouldn't be closing.
Okay, well,
I hope they're not closing.
Out because I gave
that
out
would
the
be
wrong
3,500 people
information.
unemployed.
Please cut that out.
No, we're fine. I think the depot is downsizing because when the military pulled out of Afghanistan and are reshifting their focus to the Far East,
right?
They're realigning all of what they need in equipment, and so there's been a slowdown in the refurbishing that goes on at the depot. So they are downsizing their workforce.
Not closing.
But they're not closing.
Not closing.
Not closing.
Not closing at
Let's
all.
not start that rumor.
400 associates we're going to be
Yes, the
misplaced.
part-time, they have what they
So,
call temporary employees out there.
definitely
Yes.
edit that out.
Yes. Well, no, we won't edit that out, but we'll just let everybody be sure. So, but yes, so SHRM is helping employers connect with other human resources and to try and, do you work with some of the state agencies that are developing work programs to develop skills? So we've got career tech programs in the high school that are kind of starting to expand, and we've got the community colleges starting to expand, and then we've got some state-funded programs that encourage people to get the skills they need. Does SHRM work with those as well?
So we try our best to work with everyone. We want to be a resource in the community. One thing that we do have is last week, the students at JSU that are attempting to go into human resources and work in human resources came to our meeting, and they were a wonderful asset to the meeting. So those are some of the things that we do. Many of the schools often do have job fairs for the students that are not choosing the college path and want to go straight into the workforce. So many of them are coming. We're able to work with a lot of them to see if we can get, again, students straight from high school into the workforce.
Yeah, I
So
mean, that's what we need to do. Not everybody should go right into college. Not everybody wants to go to college, and there's plenty of careers where you make lots of, law enforcement is one. You don't need a college degree to be in law enforcement. Welding and all the skilled trades.
Right.
And the problem is, in high school you can get career tech, but it's only a sampling.
Right.
And then if you want to get an apprentice level certificate or go beyond, you have to then fork out some money to go to the community colleges to get those skills. I think you should be able to get that in high school. I think if you want to be a beautician, you should be able to get that license in high school. If you want to be an apprentice level plumber or welder, and we already do that in the fire service in Anniston.
Right.
You can graduate high school with all the credentials you need to start as an entry-level fireman, and we should do that in law enforcement.
You know,
I
I
think you
agree.
should start that.
Well,
Caleb, talk to the sheriff. Get with SHRM, because SHRM knows how to pull all that together.
that's not a bad idea.
So what are some of the other statistics that SHRM might have? So we talked about unemployment, and then we talked about the unemployable. What else is out there?
Well, we had Don, who is I think I don't want to give out bad information anymore. So I know that he works at the Chamber of Commerce, and he was one of our presenters at one point, and he came in and gave a lot of fabulous information about the way that they outreach to get other companies to come work here, to come and build their businesses here. And he also gave us a lot of information about how Calhoun County is always going out to pick up other companies to set up shop here, and all of the resources that they're able to give. So he gave us a lot of information as well.
Outstanding. So SHRM, the Society for Human Resource Managers, a great resource for all of you in human resources that you should join. And we really appreciate you, Sharon, being on the show with us this week. And we'll be right back with our Crime Stoppers portion of the show and the crazy criminal here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to help our investigators on the following cases. So first up, between September 30th and October 1st, a steel weed eater and leaf blower were stolen from a barn located on Highway 431 in Wellington. And sometime between October 8th and October 11th, a large banner was stolen from a ball field located on Cedar Springs Drive in Jacksonville. And between September 1st and October 16th, 2 weed eaters, a washing machine and clothes dryer were stolen from this location on Brutonville Road in Jacksonville. And between October 14th and October 16th, 2 vehicles were broken into while parked at the Pinky Burns trailhead. One was stolen and later found in a field near Rainbow Drive in Anniston. Miscellaneous items were stolen from both vehicles. And on October 16th, a Toyota Tacoma was stolen from a residence on Highway 9 in Anniston. The home was also burglarized and a large amount of jewelry was stolen. And that's it for the Crime Stoppers portion of our show. If you have any information on these cases, please give our Crime Stoppers number a call. That number, 1-833-251-7867.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
You know what time it is, Caleb? It's crazy criminal time.
Crazy criminal time.
So, take us there, Skitch. Tell us who you got.
So I've got an Austin Sherbet, John, and you can't make this stuff
Austin,
up.
there is that him in the red?
That is him. That is Austin Sherbet.
He's a lightweight.
Now, he was accused of pushing a disabled woman out of her wheelchair on a railway.
Isn't there a movie about that? I pushed Mama from the train.
You know, I haven't heard of that.
You haven't heard?
I'll have to
I think
look
there's
up.
a movie about that.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
So he was accused of pushing a woman from a railway, from her wheelchair on a railway. You can't make it up.
So maybe he was trying to get her on the tracks with her wheelchair. And
No, I can't say that for
did
sure.
she get hurt? We're making light of this. Did this woman get hurt badly?
No, let me see.
You can check the article.
Let me see.
So he got arrested for that. That's kind of that would be a
He
felony
did.
assault.
He was not arrested on the scene.
Ah.
Now, he was arrested at a later time, and additionally, some Good Samaritans that were on the scene were able to step in and stop this assault from happening.
Oh, so she didn't really go off the train.
She didn't really go off the train.
Oh, that's excellent.
No, she didn't really go off the train.
Did he say why he wanted to do this?
You know, I can't see where he did.
That's okay. He was just being mean.
He was being rather mean, I would say.
Rather mean, and we saved this. Good Samaritans saved the woman from going off the train, and this guy was apprehended based on witness statements. So that's excellent.
Yes.
And that took place where? Let's let everybody know it didn't
And
happen
this is
here in
Phoenix.
Phoenix,
No,
Arizona.
this happened in Phoenix, Arizona, yes.
Phoenix, known for its trains and terribly unhappy train riders.
Now, he
Take
was
advantage of
arrested. He was arrested I think following Saturday and booked into Maricopa County.
Oh, Maricopa.
Now,
Home
the
of the
charges included robbery, attempted kidnapping, assault, and vulnerable adult abuse.
Wow.
Now, I imagine that's similar to elder abuse.
Probably so. Well, I'm glad he's been arrested. Maricopa
Yes, me
County
too.
is known for its interesting jail.
Interesting people.
And interesting
evidently.
people, apparently, yes. So we really appreciate you being here with us this week,
Thank you,
Caleb.
John.
Congratulations again
Thank
on your
you.
promotion. Remember, sign on to the Sheriff's Office, $2,500 sign-on bonus for experienced law enforcement, something a little less for inexperienced. But either way, come join the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office and serve your community. We thank you for tuning in this week for Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We hope to see you again next week, but not in the lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.